popular, is becoming a lot more popular with the touring market. As you can see, it looks like a airplane cockpit. There's all this stuff, but what's different from this console than the other one that I showed you? Obviously, there's a price point. This is $70,000 price range.
Stage boxing and all that jazz. How much larger?
This is just a mouse, more or less, like with a computer. But the brains of the system actually live up there and over here. This is the main processing unit for the console. This is more or less just a remote control for that, and it is digital between here and there. So everything runs on a single Cat5 between here and the stage.
Nice.
The digital matrix or network capability is a 64 by 64 matrices. And
sweet.
One of the things about the VI6, they talk about what they call Vistonics, or everything that you want to use on a channel strip is available on each channel strip. So visually you can make changes, push a button, everything is kind of touch sensitive and so forth. So it's a touch screen, you can make changes and adjustments.
But it still has that analog feel, which is nice.
Right. This actually is my favorite digital console.
Yeah, mine too.
There's other contenders out there, but I think this one, as far as just ergonomics and ease of use and versatility, this is the tool of choice for me.
I've had, a handful of guys come through here over the last year or two that are used to working like with M7CLs and PM5s or whatever. And they're in here and moving around and getting around doing everything within 20-30 minutes and liking it, because it is a lot more intuitive with all the screens right at the location you're working on. So if you're at that far into the board, you're not trying to figure out what's happening in the middle.
True.
That kind of thing.
Now, do you run your morning services, like your Sunday services and whatnot? Okay. How easy is it to train on this board? Just your volunteers or whatever?
Well, if you already have someone that knows how to run an analog board, it's really easy.
Okay.
They kind of already know what they're doing. It feels a lot like an analog board. And even to get someone going completely from scratch isn't even that hard.
Really? Okay.
I mean, it's
like that.
It's really intuitive. As far as, you're looking at what you want, what you see is what you get.
Okay. Okay. Now, maintaining your system, like from week to week. When you, let's say you come up on a Sunday morning, you recall the settings from last Sunday. Usually, do you use it as a place to start from, or does your band pretty much stick to how last Sunday was?
Well, in our situation, we have 3 different styles of service.
So 3 different music styles as well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then 2, 3, 4 bands per style that rotate through too. So generally we'll have a rehearsal sometime during the week for whoever's going to be on that weekend. And I'll set all my bass lines from there. And then this room, obviously any room, changes a lot when you go from completely empty like this to chairs. 800-900 people. So
that does suck at times.
Definitely take my rehearsal settings as the baseline and work from there.
Okay.
But I couldn't just leave it and not do anything that sounds
true.
Good.
Yeah. Definitely not the set it and forget it mentality. As far as your different bands, do you have them like sitting on top of each other as far as the channels, or do you have them kind of like 1 through 24 is band A, 24 through 48 is band B?
No, I operate off completely separate shows.
Okay.
So it always looks the same. It looks and feels the same on the console. Just changes, gain structure and things like that.
Okay. Oh, because you can save each setting. That's right. That's right. Okay.
For each channel strip or specific talent, do you have a library that you utilize, like this particular singer, you've got a nice setting for that.
Yeah,
moving around anywhere on the console or assigning to shows. And
I used to do that more often, but I find a lot of, like the drums never change.
Okay.
Most of our guys' basses sound pretty close to the same, so I'm not tweaking a lot. One of our guitarists is on every band, and only some of the bands have a second guitarist, so I don't have to mess with that. Newer software releases for this allows for 3 different user-definable pages.
Okay.
So I can actually make, in some situations, I make the entire page basically blank with the same channel repeating itself over and over again. Like,
nice.
I'm gonna go down and take a lunch break or whatever, and it's in the middle of service. I set up like this, so the technical director up here has no chance of losing the pastor. It's there 4 times.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
You will not lose the pastor.
or sometimes we'll have a guest instrumentalist in, and I'll throw him on a channel that's in the snake a lot later than any of this other stuff. Would be a lot higher number. But I can stick him right in the middle of the band where I want him to be.
Okay.
Just by virtue of I tell it to be there, not by virtue of what channel number it's on. Which is like nice. Before they did that, then I would be at least sort of limited. I would have to move somebody. It was a lot more complicated to get someone in the middle of setup. I was already there. I'll have to think about it for a second. I've got somewhere around like I think 200 automated cues.
Okay. Wow.
And these cues are not only changing on-off states, fader levels. I've got it sending MIDI signal.
Sweet.
You got into the manual on that one.
Dude, this Christmas was really cool.
That's awesome.
I had it sending MIDI signals to my Mac to tell it to play sound effects.
Dude,
I have to test them out.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Tires, man.
And they automatically do room correction. You press a button, set the mic out, and it'll correct for your room, so you can move them around as much as you want and still sound the same.
Get me one of these. I gotta get me one of these. A nice closet where I can hang my cords.
It's running digitally to this processor. There's actually 2 processors. See, Blue 32, another Blue 32.
Blue 32. Blue 32. Crowns? Yeah, no, I smell the crown. Your venue that's usually in this room, where does your, I guess, small mixer, where do you usually have it positioned at?
It's in a closet.
Over there? Okay. Okay, kind of hidden, out of view.
Yeah.
So just the person standing, I guess, in the vicinity up front, everybody's kind of looking this direction.
Yeah, we haven't done. We did a wedding out here, and they did it. There's only like 15 people, so they didn't even use it.
Well, actually, Dallas did a coffee thing out here. It hooked up to that, and ran monitors and everything through that.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, you weren't here.
Yeah, I play music.
Yeah, that's generally, but I set it up with a little mixer and stuff. So something really simple could be out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Sweet.